Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanzeba Naurin. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Trump confirms the UK visit after White House talks with Sturmer. Trump confirms tariffs on Canada, Mexico and China to start next week. Trump administration ends Biden-era hiring lawsuits for police and firefighters. Michigan Senator Elissa Slotkin chosen for Democratic response to Trump's congressional address. New York Governor Kathy Hochul launches initiative to hire fired federal workers. Pentagon memo announces removal of transgender service members from the military. Gene Hackman and wife Betsy Arakawa found dead in New Mexico home. US and Canada conduct military exercises in Greenland amid sub-zero temperatures. Thailand sends 40 Uyghur detainees back to China amid global outcry. Japan's birth rate falls to new historic low amid demographic crisis. Canada's soccer coach criticized Trump's 51st state comment. And Messi and Suarez break record as first duo to reach 100 assists together. You are listening to Headlines, now news in detail. President Trump said he will visit the United Kingdom soon after meeting with British Prime Minister Keir Starmer at the White House. The meeting focused on Ukraine, NATO, and trade issues. Trump welcomed Starmer and called it an honor to host him. They discussed Russia's invasion of Ukraine, with Trump aiming to end the war. Trump has criticized Ukraine's leader but has not used the same words for Russia's President Vladimir Putin. Starmer said he believes a historic peace deal is possible. Starmer gave Trump a letter from King Charles, and Trump called the king a wonderful man. The UK leader also addressed NATO security as Trump has questioned the US commitment to defending Europe. Starmer announced an increase in UK defense spending, which the US welcomed. The two leaders also talked about trade. Starmer may ask for an exemption from Trump's new tariffs on steel and aluminium, set to start on March 12. After the meeting, Starmer will return to London and meet with European leaders. Ukraine's President Zelensky is also expected to visit Washington soon to discuss financial agreements with the US. President Donald Trump announced that new tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China would take effect next week. He said the US would impose a 25% tariff on Canadian and Mexican goods starting Tuesday, along with an extra 10% duty on Chinese imports. Trump stated on Truth Social that the tariffs were necessary to stop illegal drugs from entering the U.S. He warned that the duties would remain in place until the issue was resolved. Additionally, Trump confirmed that reciprocal tariffs on major trading partners would begin on April 2nd. The stock market reacted negatively, with major indexes declining after the announcement. Earlier this month, Trump delayed the Canada and Mexico tariffs for 30 days, saying he had secured concessions from both countries. However, experts questioned the significance of those deals. Trump has also proposed tariffs on steel, aluminum, autos, and pharmaceuticals, but did not mention them in his latest statement. He believes that these tariffs will boost U.S. revenue and strengthen the economy. President Trump announced that his administration will stop lowering hiring standards for police and firefighters. He said hiring should be based on merit, not diversity policies. Attorney General Pam Bondi confirmed that the Department of Justice dismissed several lawsuits filed under the Biden administration. These lawsuits challenged hiring practices that included written exams, physical tests, and credit checks. Trump's administration argued that these standards ensure public safety. The DOJ dropped cases against multiple cities and agencies. In Durham, North Carolina, the lawsuit claimed that requiring firefighters to pass a written test was discriminatory. In Maryland, the lawsuit challenged the state police's use of written and physical exams. Similar cases in Georgia and Indiana were also dismissed. Trump said his administration will continue to focus on hiring the most qualified candidates to keep communities safe. More policy changes could come soon to ensure police and firefighters meet high standards. The administration plans to review other hiring rules across the federal and state agencies. Senator Elissa Slotkin of Michigan will deliver the Democratic response to President Trump's joint address to Congress next week, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer announced. Schumer praised Slotkin as a rising star in the Democratic Party, noting her dedication to serving the country. He said she would address the country's challenges and propose a way forward. Slotkin, a former CIA officer and national security expert, was elected to the Senate in November after serving in the House. She has a strong record of bipartisanship and a focus on supporting the middle class. In her response, Slotkin plans to address economic and national security issues, saying that Americans need leaders who are honest about the challenges the country faces. Slotkin expressed her eagerness to speak directly to the American people, emphasizing the need for policies that improve people's lives. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. New York Governor Kathy Hochul launched the You Were Hired initiative to help federal workers who lost their jobs due to President Donald Trump's cost-cutting measures. The program aims to recruit these workers into state government positions, offering a job board with available positions in New York. We value public service, and we want federal workers to know that here in New York, we say you are hired, Hochul said in her announcement. Hawaii Governor Josh Green also introduced an expedited hiring process for federal workers seeking state jobs. Meanwhile, Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin's administration has focused on connecting fired federal workers with private sector opportunities, offering resources to assist with unemployment benefits and job searches. Other governors like Wes Moore of Maryland and Michelle Lujan Grisham of New Mexico have provided similar resources to help fired federal workers transition to new careers. These initiatives aim to support displaced workers while addressing unemployment in their states. The U.S. Pentagon announced that transgender service members will be removed from the military within 30 days unless they receive a waiver on a case-by-case basis. This decision follows President Trump's executive order issued in late January aiming to restrict transgender personnel from serving in the military. A Pentagon memo revealed that service members diagnosed with or exhibiting symptoms of gender dysphoria will be processed for separation. However, they may apply for a waiver if it supports military capabilities, and they must demonstrate stability for 36 consecutive months without significant distress or impairment. Spirit Pride, a non-profit group for transgender service members, expressed strong opposition, affirming that transgender troops have served honorably and are fully qualified. They emphasized that these service members will continue to defend American values. The U.S. military has seen fluctuating policies regarding transgender service. Under President Obama, the military lifted the ban in 2016, but President Trump reversed it in 2019. President Biden repealed the restrictions in 2021, but Trump's recent executive order reintroduced the ban, further complicating the issue. Gene Hackman, the legendary two-time Oscar-winning actor, and his wife, classical pianist Betsy Arakawa, were found dead at their home outside Santa Fe, New Mexico on Wednesday afternoon. The Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office confirmed the deaths on Thursday, revealing that the case is under investigation, though foul play is not suspected. The bodies were discovered in different rooms, Hackman in a mudroom and Arakawa in a bathroom next to a space heater with prescription pills nearby. Authorities are awaiting the cause of death. Hackman, renowned for his roles in films like The French Connection, The Conversation, and Unforgiven, retired in 2004 after a distinguished career. He was celebrated for his versatility across genres, from gritty crime dramas to light-hearted comedies. His family, including daughters Elizabeth, Annie, and Leslie, expressed their sorrow, remembering him as a beloved father and grandfather. Hackman's career spanned decades, marked by his iconic portrayal of characters such as the villainous Lex Luthor in Superman and the determined detective Pope Doyle in The French Connection. His intense performances earned him admiration, including from fellow actors like Clint Eastwood, who described him as intense and instinctive. Hackman also pursued writing and painting after his acting retirement, living quietly with his wife in New Mexico. Now it's time for global updates. US and Canadian military forces recently completed joint exercises in Greenland under harsh conditions, with temperatures as low as -29 degrees Fahrenheit. The operation, named Operation Noble Defender, took place from January 28 to February 11 at the U.S. military's northernmost base, Pacific Space Base. Around 125 service members, including personnel from NORAD, participated in the exercises. Multiple aircraft, such as F-16 fighter jets, KC-135 refueling planes, and CH-149 helicopters were used during the drills. The Royal Danish Air Force also assisted with search and rescue missions. The operation took place in extremely cold temperatures, with the wind chills reaching -56 degrees Fahrenheit. Despite the challenges, maintenance crews and airmen ensured the success of the flying missions. These irregular exercises, conducted with Denmark, began in 2018. They are part of ongoing efforts to maintain military readiness in the Arctic, an area of increasing geopolitical significance. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world, continuously revolving around various events, Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Thailand recently deported 40 Uyghur asylum seekers to China despite warnings from US officials and human rights groups about the risk of torture and imprisonment. The Uyghurs had been detained in Thailand for over a decade after fleeing China in 2014. Thai officials confirmed the deportation, stating that the Chinese government had shown intentions to care for the group. However, rights groups including Human Rights Watch condemned the action, calling it a violation of both domestic and international law. They warned that the deported individuals could face torture or imprisonment upon arrival in China. The United Nations had urged Thailand not to send the detainees back, fearing they would be subjected to cruel treatment. This is the second time Thailand has deported Uyghurs, with previous deportations occurring in 2015. The deportation took place amid growing international pressure on China over its treatment of Uyghurs, which some countries have labeled as genocide. Japan's birth rate fell to a new record low in 2024, continuing a 9-year decline. According to government data, 720,988 babies were born in the country, marking a 5% decrease from 2023. This is the lowest number since Japan started tracking births in 1899. The population crisis is further compounded by a rapidly aging population. Deaths in 2024 reached 1.62 million, more than double the number of births. Japan's total population has also declined by 0.46%, reaching 123.54 million. The country's demographic issues are linked to young people delaying marriage due to factors like the high cost of education, stagnant economic growth, and changing lifestyles. Despite Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba prioritizing the population crisis, experts warn that Japan's shrinking workforce may struggle to support the increasing elderly population. This trend contrasts with South Korea, where birth rates increased for the first time in over a decade. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Canadian men's soccer coach Jesse Marsh strongly criticized President Donald Trump for saying Canada should become the 51st U.S. state. Marsh, an American, called Trump's comment ridiculous and insulting. Since his election win in November, Trump repeatedly stated that Canada should be part of the U.S. On Wednesday, during a cabinet meeting, he said Canada relied on the U.S. for support and could not survive without it. Trump also confirmed that tariffs on Canada and Mexico would take effect Tuesday. Marsh defended Canada's independence, saying it was a nation built on decency and respect. He also criticized the political climate in the U.S., calling it polarized and disrespectful. Trump's remarks have increased tensions between the U.S. and Canada, even affecting sports. Canadian fans recently booed the U.S. anthem at NHL and NBA games. With the 2026 World Cup approaching, tensions could rise further if the U.S. and Canada face off in the tournament. Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez have made football history by becoming the first duo to assist each other 100 times across all competitions. This milestone showcases their exceptional partnership that began at FC Barcelona in 2014. During their time together at Barcelona, Messi and Suarez helped the team win multiple La Liga titles and a UEFA Champions League trophy. Suarez assisted Messi 55 times, while Messi returned the favor with 45 assists. After their separation in 2020, the two players reunited at Inter Miami in 2024, with Messi joining the MLS club a year earlier. Their reunion has revitalized the team's attack, bringing a mix of experience and chemistry on the field. The 100th assist came in a CONCACAF Champions Cup match against Sporting Kansas City, where Suarez set up Messi for a goal in a 3-1 win. This achievement marks a legendary chapter in their career as one of football's most iconic duos. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,932.85. The NYSE Composite is increased by 8.80 points or 0.04%. Tokyo stock close price is 38,256.17. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 113.80 points or 0.30%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,388.06. The Shanghai index is increased by 7.85 points or 0.23%. Hong Kong stock close price is 23,718.29. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 69.64 points or 0.29%. Bombay stock close price is 74,612.43. The Sensex index is increased by 10.31 points or 0.01%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Trump confirms the UK visit after White House talks with Starmer. Trump confirms tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China to start next week. Trump administration ends Biden-era hiring lawsuits for police and firefighters. Michigan Senator Elissa Slotkin chosen for Democratic response to Trump's congressional address. New York Governor Kathy Hochul launches initiative to hire fired federal workers. Pentagon memo announces removal of transgender service members from the military. Gene Hackman and wife Betsy Arakawa found dead in New Mexico home. US and Canada conduct military exercises in Greenland amid sub-zero temperatures. Thailand sends 40 Uyghur detainees back to China amid global outcry. Japan's birth rate falls to new historic low amid demographic crisis. Canada's soccer coach criticized Trump's 51st state comment. And Messi and Suarez break record as first duo to reach 100 assists together. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel, and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia, available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago Media Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.